Alright, this is just a little vlog type shit. I just went up, but this week, let me see. Alright, welcome to the graffiti jungle. Paulo Pulingue, benvenuti nella jungle di graffiti. Questo è Impostore, Rockstars, the fake rockstar chat show. Questo è Pensieri Tangentiali, it used to be Tangential Thought Chat Show. A podcast piece of guy. I ain't got nothing to puff on right now. Damn, I'm still got this back. However, that's alright. Io sono il tuo capo, Chief Gihareh. Sono il tuo capo. Io sono Chief Gihareh Julius Caesar Kira. Alright. Regardless, this is let's see. If on the timeline, there's probably a timeline, right, where I'm trying to figure out. So, 2023, 24, 25. Well, actually, yeah. This week will like kind of commemorate that. It was 111 on the timeline. That's saying that this week kind of commemorates. This would be the 3rd August. The 3rd, iteration of, this right here. You know what I'm saying? Instead of teaching. So, for a lot of counties in Georgia, today would be like the first day of school. And so, depending on how, whatchamacallit, that's why I just say, like, I just know, I'm not sure which day for sure. I just know today's Monday, but, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, at some point throughout this whole week, majority of, we're going back to school, and I guess, next Monday, between this week and next week, all the, you know what I'm saying, I think for the most part, schools would have gone back. Now I will say, what there was this, like when I was first trying to start off, it was, man, well, just even being able to, when I was starting then, there's a lot that kind of goes into it all, but when I was able to first start, I would to even just start trying to live stream. I would wake up in the morning. I had my cards, and I would make either chicken, steak, or shrimp. I'll make my little salad. I make my food. I make sure I got something to drink. I bring the cigars. This would be the 3rd time. You know what I'm saying? But it was new to me, and it was different. Felt kind of weird. I'm not even sure how I could even like articulate the feeling at that time. The way I feel right now is completely different from the way I did back then. Like, of even how to start, go approach, you know what I'm saying, even just to do it. And yeah, how much has changed? I'm not sure. Well, I mean, there's a ton of like changes since then, but I just remember one of the big things for me was to do it every day. It was to do it every day, like to get up and at some point I started, that was like a big thing for me to like to at least try to live stream once a day. That's how I was like, bro, I'm gonna do this, right? And one of the big things was, since I wasn't going back to teaching, I wasn't going to be going to school, it was like, yeah, sure, you can just wake up and just do this. And like, then it felt really, it was really novel, but it felt really, I don't even know how to explain. Like, the fact that I wasn't waking up to go be a teacher, right? And go to school and to prep and plan for lessons and prep classrooms and any of that, right? And it was like, instead, I'm just gonna wake up and I'm just gonna like live stream it at least. And then then it was like a big deal. It was a big deal and a big thing for me to like get up or to at least do this at least once a day. You know, now it's like I do it all the time, anytime, just whenever when I feel like it. You know what I'm saying? But at that point, it was like I'm just gonna. It was big to just go for a week straight. You know what I'm saying? That was like big, like to just do it, to just try it. I think that was like the first time. That was the first time. Whatever August it was when school had started in 2023, that was like my first time. I was like, all right, I'm gonna just go live every day for like a week straight. And so that was my first time, you know what I'm saying? So even like if I was still teaching, it would be like I'd probably be asleep right now. I'll probably be asleep right now. I'll be getting up in about an hour ish or so. In about an hour ish, I'll be getting up and somewhere between like 5:36 maybe. And mm-hmm, yeah, I'll be getting ready to go start my first day. That was the thing. That was the thing. Um, but just I don't know. I really do try to tell myself that, you know. I don't know. But sometimes I do compare like the timelines of just so basically I'm saying like for a day like today, 2023 or 2024, 25, like it would have been like I'd probably still be asleep around like 5:30 or 6. I'd probably be waking up to go to school, teach or whatever. You know what I'm saying? That like, and now it's like the opposite way is now at around 5:30, I'll probably be ending my stream or something, and I'll be going to go for a walk to go to sleep in a tent. um, so it's just different. It's just different, man. It's just really different. Uh, so yeah, this will be an interesting. Yeah, not well. I guess it won't even be like interesting for. I don't know, but it's the third time. It's the third time. It's the third year. Last year, it was cooler because I was at least working, and that was the one thing about like work, and even doing any type of work, I would be able to, you know, get a cigar or something. That's the one thing. Like a couple years ago, well, not even last year. Last summer, I was working. You know what I'm saying? I could have actually whatchamacallit. So that's probably like the one big uh, pushback to now versus 24 and 23. Like the one big pushback. I'm hoping that it doesn't happen on like a whatchamacallit like yesterday. Please, bruh. Oh, please, bro. Cause the way I hope, like right now, I don't think the rain is like it's like this little misty. It's a heavy drizzle type shit. Oh man, I just know yesterday it then turned into a torrential, whatchamacallit, and did not stop. Well, it kind of like eased up at around like 5-ish or so. Let me see. Let me actually check the weather right now. I was I was quick as fuck to whatchamacallit. Anyway. Oh. Okay. So yeah, I think that's all I want to do, bro. I'll be thinking about it, bro. About it. the fourth? Oh. But then sometimes with some shit, bro, I just wanna like high key, low key. I could just borrow a car for like a little while, just for like whatchamacallit, just to make ends meet, to make ends meet for next week. Ooh, what? Let me see. Mm. Yeah, I got time though. Right? Yeah, I got like an hour. Man, that's the only thing about having a job. That's the only thing. Just being able to bills. Well, yeah, but I think that's one thing I've been thinking about like the last few days. Like my stress level is. I'm trying to think. There's only like two. There's only like two parts of the day that I actually like, where my stress like is kind of like a little bit high, and but outside of that, that's one of the kind of things I kind of like think about, in the sense that like I enjoy teaching. You know what I'm saying? There were parts of teaching that I enjoyed, but you know, just being around people and having to perform, do whatever, right? Just like that would be a like that's what I would have to probably look at like 5:30. Basically, I felt like from 5:30 to like by the time I got home, and even once I got home, I had both my dogs, so it was like still like messing with them for a little bit, then try to take a nap or something. But basically, like from 5:30, I ain't gonna say 5:30 to 5:30, but sometimes it could be. No, I had to go home for them like 5:30 to 3, so it would be like 12. But yeah, that's a good 10 hours, bro, of like where your stress is like high. And then, you know, as an adult, so I think somebody mentioned it one time. There was like, as an adult, what's one of the biggest things as an adult? I forget what the fuck the question was, but it was like figuring out what to eat every day, every day, right? Figuring out what to eat every day. So like, yeah, that was like a thing. Like, even like once you got off work, okay, what the hell you gonna eat and this and that third, like your whole stress, like, cause I think they talk about like homeostasis, like your body getting to like this whatever level, satisfied point, whatever. But yeah, like you're not able to reach that until like late in the day. Like that was the thing. But so those are things I kind of like think about. Those are things I kind of think about. Um, I guess I could. I'm trying to figure out. did I like celebrate last year? I know for sure I would have mentioned it. I know for sure I would have at least mentioned it. I'm trying to see if I like. I don't think I did anything to like really celebrate. But technically, yeah, this is my third year not teaching. Third year. That's what, yeah, technically would be. Those are the only like I'm if I was teaching, my summers probably would have been a little bit lit. You know, maybe a little bit kind of sort of like 2 weeks you need to recover, but then after that, but I would have the point of the matter I would have had more money to do certain shit. I have more money and time to do certain shit. I'd probably be playing games or something, playing games, or I probably maybe would have hit a pool party here or there. I don't know. I probably could have done like different shit, but that's probably the only thing. But I say that to say is, if I was still teaching, this is like Monday through Friday would be the time where I could like, how do I say this? So, because just watch the show, right? Just watch the show about, this reality and that reality, right? And so it literally is like, how do I say? And you know what the fuck I'm about to do? You know them little stop motion shits? No, not stop motion, but people have like a flip book. I just thought about that doing this. Bro, we're gonna all right, bro. We're gonna do like I just be thinking about some other shit. Anyway, but it's times like this, these moments, these times, and like those 10 hours out the day. It's like those are like if there's this me, and then there's that teacher version of me, and it's like, bro, you in school, bro. You must like that should be. I don't know if that's like a little segment to like, if that's something to like do, whatever. Like that would definitely be. When they talk about like when people do these skits, that could be a skit I could legitimately. Well, I donated all my teacher clothes. I couldn't. But that would be a skit to like really invest in, like the alternate reality shit. One reality, um, doing this shit, this and that third. One reality, sit down, get your notebooks. Nah, I wasn't. I'm trying to think. I got bro. This like right now. I'm actually kind of thinking like, bro, if I could actually like, I didn't get to see myself teach, like, but like I'm trying. Now I'm actually trying to think like, what the hell I used to say. But that shit different, bro. I'm gonna do that. I might have to do that shit. I might have to do that shit. Just, but that's deep. Like these are the little moments. Like these are sometimes I'm like, damn. Like, do I still got it? Could I still do it? Could I just walk into a classroom and just, you know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure I could though. I'm pretty sure. This is the only thing that would make me want to go back to teach, just to see if I still got it, bro. Just to be like, just to walk in. Whoa, you know what I'm saying? That shit cool though. I should give like I can get like a little pep talk, especially like for like first year teachers. Oh, bro, I could be like a rookie teacher coach, a rookie teacher coach. All right, bro, I got you, bro. I got you, bro. You know what I'm saying? I make sure we go through all the lessons. This, that, third, bro. I could do that, bro. I don't know if they still, I don't know if they got that as like a position. But I could definitely be like a good mentor, like a first year teacher, like for sure. Like out there, I'm telling you, there will be some fire ass teachers. I'm like, damn, why your classroom management on point? This and the third one, we gonna get this shit right. um, Especially you know what I'm saying, because they talk about like, um, well, I don't think which one call it, but it just depends. Yeah, bro. It's slick, bro. Like, damn, let me actually get a whatchamacallit, bro. I'm gonna actually, let me get a good background. Uh, so, it's on some, if it's the first day of school, right? I'm fly as hell. If I could, bro, if I show y'all some of my teacher fits, bro, I'm gonna have to do that. I'm gonna have to show y'all some of my teacher fits, bro. Especially first day, I don't play that. If you want to see a suit and tie, I'm coming in first day suited and booted, like. But I'll loosen up after what you call it. But first, what you call it, boom, it's first first day or two, first week. Oh, tie game on point. First week, tie game on point. After like a little while, polo game strong. I'm throwing the polos on. All right, first week though, first day, come in. Once everybody come in and sit down and whatnot, you got your PowerPoint up. I come to the front. Now, um, when I get to the front of the room though, it's for me. But at the same time, I'm trying to think if like I don't think I really be having too much in my hands. I'm trying to think. Um, but I'm gonna make sure my PowerPoint up. I think at the last little point you had to walk around. I needed like my laptop to facilitate the PowerPoint or whatever. But I'll probably like, yeah, I'll probably be doing that just to like fake it. But it's really like to calm my nerves down. I'll make sure my laptop is sitting on like a certain desk or whatever. Um, and then so like they sit wherever this and third one. But I don't do assigned seats. Some teachers do assigned seats. Now, some teachers do assigned seats to like so that they can learn the student's name better. I never tried that, never did that. I was particularly just kind of good with names. I was kind of just good with names. And then like after, and then some shit like you don't really gotta call somebody name. You just kind of like if you can pick up on people's names in conversation or when somebody else calls them, like it'd be some, like those little things. But sometimes you can get it right. Anyway, I ain't never do the science seat. But they say that you can do a science seat, it helps. Um, and there's plenty of ways to do that. Some people do cards. There was like you pick a card and then you gotta find that card and then that's where you sit at. And so, well, because one of the things about that though, with the whole assigned seats and everything, is it will also be easier for them to take attendance because they can just look and say like, oh, well, this person not right there, this person not right there. Like that spot is missing, so they could take attendance kind of fast. That was another thing. So, but the way I was doing this shit towards whatchamacallit, we would have like a daily, like this daily assignment that they had to do on the computer, and my PowerPoint was kind of such that sometimes too. So, if they wasn't signed into the whatchamacallit, and then you wasn't getting credit for being in the class, whatever. So, yeah, and that was the assignment for today. So anyway, but I would come in, boom, and then once the bell ring, the bell ring, whatnot. You gotta take a couple deep breaths, just and there, get your shit straight up, just and da. And you gotta say good morning. You gotta say good morning. Say it twice. You gotta say good morning, good morning. And if you don't get like a good response, acknowledge that. Like, oh, I'm not sure if y'all heard me, but good morning. You know what I'm saying? Or if like, all right, we're gonna go ahead and get started. Go ahead and put your phones away. Let me have your attention up front. That's how you do that shit. So like, all right, go ahead, put your phones away. Let me have your attention up front. And then you actually gotta mean this shit. You know what I'm saying? You actually gotta do it. So I'm trying to figure out if I should do this now or is it like a little separate jump. It's too late. Well, anyway. So then from there, okay. So good morning. We're gonna go ahead and get started. Make sure you put your phones away. Let me have your attention up front. Now, you actually gotta scan the fucking room. Scan the room. Make sure all cell phones are put away. make sure all cell phones are put away. And if you see somebody with a cell phone, like even if it's on the desk, like you got whatever you got to scan the whole fucking room. Make sure all cell phones are put away. You know what I'm saying? Well, now, once you know that everybody is paying attention and everybody's looking at you, you can say, good morning. My name is such and such, and this is whatever class. So for me, it was like algebra 1, algebra 2, geometry, calculus, pre-calculus. You know, it's some math. This is math class. All right. So just make sure that you're in the right schedule. Make sure that your schedule says my name for this period. Just make sure your schedule says my name for this period. Okay. All right. So then we go to the PowerPoint. We're gonna go to the PowerPoint, but as we go through the PowerPoint, I really just want to take time to just figure out who the hell is in this room because we're gonna spend a lot of time together. So answer these questions, whatchamacallit, and then we're gonna go around the room. We're gonna take it row, and I might do this row, then I might do this row, then I might do a row in the middle, then just move a different row, because they never know when their row getting called, but row by row, stand the fuck up, tell me what you answer to these goddamn questions, everybody pay attention to what they saying, and then, you know, while they telling you, they're answering their questions, you gotta, you know, joke with them, laugh with them, or something like that, you know, if they play football, or what position you play. You start left bench or right bench? You the water boy? You gotta play with them. Oh, they be like, I play PS4 and it's like, which system? What game you be playing? On what system? Xbox, PlayStation? You PC gamer? Like, what you know what I'm saying? What you be doing? Like, do hair? You know what I'm saying? You gotta talk to the people. Whatever they tell you that they do, you gotta make sure you talk to them. You know, just a little bit, a little banter. This and that there. All right, sit down. Next person, stand up. You know what I'm saying? They give you go through the whole little rundown. So after everybody do whatchamacallit, is that everybody? Now usually somebody says, you ain't go. That's gonna be your friend. That's gonna be not friend. All right. Not friend. But that's gonna be the cool one for you. You're like, you ain't go. You know what? You're right. Then you gotta go. You gotta answer the same questions, tell them a little bit about yourself, this, that, third, woo, woo, woo. Then, you know, going to the course, the syllabus and the objectives, like, all right, we're going to be, you know what I'm saying, going through this, going through that, blah, 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 woo, woo. And then that's going to take a majority of your first day. Depending on how large the class is, that's going to take a majority of your first day, especially if you got like 18 to 20 kids. Each one of them, you know what I'm saying, standing up, sitting down, introducing themselves, you doing the same thing, going through the whatchamacallit. And then sometimes they like do a little pre-test or something. Let's get this shit out the way. You know what I'm saying? Get that baseline. Yeah, that'd be the first day, man. That's first day. I'm trying to think. Anything else? If you got a syllabus or something you need passed out or whatever, make sure you do that. And you know, row by row. Here, take one, pass it back. Take one, pass it back. For sure. That's if you do rows. Some of them, whatchamacallit, for the little seat shit, when they got the little group drinks, them shit's gonna be, they actually have desks that are shaped, that are conducive to that. Some desks and stuff don't be conducive to that. I gotta go back and make sure I whatchamacallit. So, first, if it's your first year teaching, or even if you just need a reminder, it's the one good quote is it's better that I forget how it goes, but it comes down to like respect. You know what I'm saying? And that over time, that they'll just respect you, and they'll like it or that or not. Whereas over time, them starting to dislike you and disrespect, and they don't even whatchamacallit. But that's just that's in the instance of, you know what I'm saying, being a teacher. They want you to just be a teacher, bro. like at any and all times, however this and that there, at the end of the day, you just be a teacher, and it's about, being, I'm not gonna say strict, but having some rules and foundations, and you know, that will be another thing for the first day of school. Also, just making sure that you have an outline for how you want class to go. So for me, generally, because it's like the students has to learn who you are and what to expect and what your classroom is going to be like. So my students could tell you like, okay, as soon as they come in, there's probably some problem at the board that they need to start on and get working on, and that's within the first 5 to 10 minutes, and that needs to be done, and we need to have done and wrap that and clap that up. So, and the reason that's so at some point it then will become like, even if you like off kilter or off, like if you ain't what you call it, somebody at some point they'll be like, yo, where the Walmart problem at? Where the do now at? Why ain't it up there? You know what I'm saying? They start to know your routine, like they know how class should start. And then they like, all right, once we go from here, it's the main lesson. Might do a little activity, group work, and this, that, third, solo work, however it's supposed to be. And then a wrap up, some type of conclusion, come back together, this, and the third, boom, boom, boom. But you need to have like, however that's generally how class, if you even have to break down class into 3 parts, if you just want to be simple, it's something as an introduction, make that a staple thing. And then there's the main part. However you divvy that up is on you. Part of it is your presentation, part of it could be some group work, an activity, something, and then a little conclusion. But your class should have like a flow, and your students should know what your flow is of your class, and how it's going to go, just in general. Um, and then, um, you want to stick with your routine, stick with your plan for the most part. And I'm also going to say, when it comes down to what you're wearing, it plays an importance. You know what I'm saying? Presentation. You know what I'm saying? Show up, look the part, and be dressed nice and neat. You ain't gotta be fancy, but if you can show a tie, even if it's black and white, you know what I'm saying, for that first week. Hey, just they know you coming in like that. They know you come in like, you know what I'm saying? At least, and you can loosen up, because when the fall come, you're gonna have to whatchamacallit, you know what I'm saying? It might get too hot sometimes, so it's just whatever. Make sure you just looking the part in this and the third, especially for like the first month or two. After the first month or two is when, they start to get comfortable and you may start to whatchamacallit. So that's when you got to pick and choose your battles. But in the first part, especially when it's first month or so, because you also don't want to burn yourself out, but you want to show them that that you're there for them. And so sometimes, especially within the first month or two, you're gonna have to make that extra effort of going to, like, if they're not asking you certain questions or help, you know what I'm saying, really trying to identify those who are not, you know what I'm saying, on point, or this and the third. Like, I think like the first month or two is when you gotta kind of like really check in and see, like, for those who are is struggling already or will start to potentially struggle, you're gonna have to make that extra effort to like talk to them, and make sure that they're gonna be all right. You know what I'm saying? That's within the first 2 months. But then also, that's also gonna let you know who are gonna be the ones to meet you halfway to, you know what I'm saying, who's gonna be the ones who they're gonna step up to the plate and try to, they're gonna try to step up, and they're gonna try to do their part. And then there's gonna be some who that ain't, that ain't their thing. That your class, their subject ain't their mojo. So you just kind of pick and choose your battles, but you don't give up on them. Every day you make sure they got what they need, whether it's the materials or whatever, and you make sure they this and that third. But you let them be. You wait till they start that. You go to them for the first whatchamacallit, and after a while, they gotta come to you. You know what I'm saying? They come to you. You gotta let them know that too. If that's what you plan to do. That's how I used to. I was like, yo, listen. After a while, people start to get comfortable. You, me, and I ain't gonna be doing, and you ain't gonna be doing the extra. At some point, it's just gotta be. This is how we run. This is how we regulate. So you gotta make sure you set that pace, set that tone. Trying to see anything else. Um, but it's important to like establish yourself as a teacher. At the same time, one of the things I did like was be that adult or be the teacher that you needed when you were younger. You know, I think that sometimes it's a thing too. Being the teacher, being the adult that you needed when you were younger. So you may need somebody to keep you in line this and third, but as a teenager, you don't need nobody. You know what I'm saying? It ain't always got to be. You got to be too harsh or on certain people. Try to put yourself in their shoes sometimes. Sometimes. Um, that's pretty much what I would say for the first day of school.